Our countdown of the 100 greatest video games of all time continues now.
Best time I've ever had on the show, by the way.
We have reached number 85. It is Knights of the Old Republic.
I hope all your bets are down because we're ready to roll.
Made by our old friends at BioWare, this marks the first and maybe only appearance of a Star Wars game on the list.
Maybe.
We'll have to keep watching every day to find out. But Victor Lucas, I know you were a huge fan of this game.
Oh, I remain a huge fan of this game. It's a little bit cumbersome and slow-paced now after you've played something like Mass Effect, but this was a game that really brought role-playing games and all of the Dungeons and Dragons and tactics-based kind of gameplay that BioWare had finessed with things like Neverwinter Nights and Baldur's Gate. And when they paired that with the Star Wars license, they built something that was incredibly accessible, incredibly deep, filled with unbelievably cool characters that really enhanced the lore. So much so that there's been a lot of speculation that a lot of the crafted story that went into this game was going to be reinterpreted for other media. There has always been the suggestion that perhaps one day we're going to get a Knights of the Old Republic movie, but the game was filled with great characters, great sequences. You cared about the new characters that you met, and you were always constantly kind of inventing yourself and choosing whether you were on the light side or the dark side. Incredible gameplay.
You know, the thing that I love about this, and I had the same feeling with Dark Forces and Dark Forces 2, was you had this ability to go back to the Star Wars universe on your own terms. And that's what BioWare lets you do. And it's a tricky thing to pull off. And they did it with such style and panache here to be able to go back and celebrate the fiction of this world that George Lucas created, but then also to build on top of that and not piss anybody off.
Make it
nearly miraculous.
And make it a cerebral experience as well as an emotional one.
It's a literary game too, because there's a lot of people to talk to. There's a lot of story to take in. There's a lot of complicated emotions to take in. I just remember one character who I kept trying to talk to, and he's just like, I don't feel like talking about that right now.
You probably mean well with your questions. I'm just not accustomed to talking about it.
Well, I do remember reviewing this game with Tommy, and he finding some major problems with the action elements of the game design, which of course were later addressed when BioWare took a stab at the Mass Effect franchise. But let's take a look back at some of the Knights of the Old Republic reviews we've had on the show. We're going to talk now about Knights of the Old Republic. This is developed by BioWare and LucasArts, and it's for the Xbox. What do you think of this one?
Well, everybody's hyped up about this game.
It's a huge hit.
Extremely popular game. You go online, you'll see reviews of 9s and 10s all over the place.
And you hated it.
No, I didn't hate it. I like the fact that you can build up different abilities, and I like the acting and the characters, the lightsabers and the blasters. I liked all that stuff.
Sounds like we got a great game here.
This is a strategy game, it's a role-playing game, but it's all turn-based, and that's my biggest problem. It's like Pokemon. All you do is you tell it what to do, like, I want to block, or I want to attack with my lightsaber, or I want to shoot. So you get a turn, and then you sit there, and then the other player gets a turn.
They decided to go in this direction because it offers a different kind of gameplay, which is more strategic, which is more of a thinking person's game.
Absolutely not. If you love these style of games, you are absolutely gonna love this game. I'm not telling people out there that they're crazy for liking this game.
Yes, you are.
I'm just warning people out there. If you're like me and you don't like turn-based role-playing games, stay away and avoid this one because...
Open your mind. If you've never tried anything like this, this is the game to try.
But you won't open your mind when I say I like a good fishing game or a horse racing game. You won't open your mind to that.
No, because
so open your mind if you like Vic.
Those are mini games.
One of my favorite parts of the game is the fact that you can kind of go down this path of being on the dark side or, you know, the light side.
It's awesome.
You know? And me personally, I, of course, you know, went straight for the dark side.
Said all the negative things.
All the negative, rude things. I was rude to people.
That kind of stuff is very, very clever,
I like convincing people to come over to the dark side.
Yes.
So I say to you, you should come over to the dark side and not like turn-based games like me.
Oh,
that
give me
is
a break.
The dark side.
That is the dark side. 10 out of 10, fantastic game, great job, BioWare.
I'm telling you like it is. It's a great game, but I'm giving it a 7.5.
BioWare has, of course, given us a tremendous amount of indelible experiences in the video game space, but this remains one of its crowning achievements. Congratulations, Knights of the Old Republic. You are number 85.
Edmonton!